I do apologize. Let me try this again and move some things out of the way, and hopefully you guys will make it in and this will work. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm going to keep on trying until I get somewhere. Now, I'm not, unfortunately, in horizontal. I am going to have to do this vertically, so pardon my hand there. I apologize. And I hope this is working. I really don't know. For some reason, I couldn't get streaming in the way that I thought I'd be able to. And as I said before, which of course you didn't hear, I have never done this before, which is probably fairly obvious. So I apologize again. Now I'm just going to check and see if I am actually live and broadcasting, which hopefully I am. And let's find out. Live. Okay, someone is there. Jennifer. Hello. This was a little bit more challenging than I thought it was going to be, unfortunately. So things had to shift a little bit. Thanks for making it in. I'm just trying to find my live stream on my computer so I can read comments. So hang on one second. Let me just bring this in a little bit closer. I am live. That's a good thing. I've just tried about 3 times. So I can't find this stream on my YouTube, on my other device, so I can read comments easier. But c'est la vie, I suppose. This is how it is. Unfortunately, I'm glad you found me. And let me just check one thing, okay, Jennifer? Hold on one second. I apologize. Thank you so much. Ay, ay, ay. How are you, Jennifer? Thanks so much for coming and hanging out and testing this out with me. I thought it would be a little bit easier, but apparently not so much. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for your patience while I try to figure out how to stream live for the first time and do my sessions live here on YouTube rather than Facebook. It's a little bit glitchy, but hi, welcome. Welcome, everybody. So I appreciate your patience. Even though I thought this was going to be a little bit easier for me, it seems to be just a little bit tricky. I'm going to have to use my phone to read comments, so that might be a little bit awkward, but I'm going to do my best. So my name is Tia of Archangelic Healing Arts, and I am a channel, a healer, an intuitive, and I connect with spirit, with the angelic realm, and with your angels. So I welcome you here for this first live attempt, and it's going to be a little finicky for a moment until I get it all figured out. Again, I'm normally doing this on Facebook, so okay, that's not very nice now, is it? Remove. Okay, let's get that person to leave. I see that, Jennifer. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna add you as a moderator. If you feel like doing anything, you can do that. Whites only. Wow, that's charming. I tried to get you out. Report. Patience, patience, patience. Patience is a virtue. Okay. So I apologize for that, everyone. Again, this is my first time working on hydrophobia. I see a little hello sign. And hopefully will be smoother for now. So I wanted to start going live on my channel here, and I thought that my setup was going to work a lot smoother than it has today, and I apologize for that. But I do want to thank you for coming and being here, where we only accept high vibrations. Please read the description and follow the instructions, and I will be doing readings for people. And if there's any negativity, if there's any bullying or harassment, you will be removed from this live. So please, again, read the description and follow the instructions. This is a space where only love is allowed, where only love is welcome, and where only the highest vibration is welcome into this space. And as you can see behind me, we have the archangels present. So I ask that everyone who is coming forward to do so with an open heart, with positivity, and we're not here to win or lose, so I'm not sure what that means either. But hopefully that's a good thing. Hopefully it's a positive thing, and that's all that we can ask for. Again, we are here to connect in love, in harmony, in peace, and in balance. Okay? So we're here to uplift one another, to hold each other up in light and in love. And I open the floor to you if you have questions or would like to seek guidance, or if you would like to ask your spirit guides something, if you have a question, something that's on your heart. This is the place and the time to ask it. And again, we call upon the angels and everyone's team in spirit to come forward and hold this space in the highest frequency of love and light only. Thank you. Amen. And so it is. So we are holding this space in love and light, and I welcome any questions that you might have for spirit, and I will do my best in answering these questions for you as the angels come forward. Now, please remember, this is a sacred space, so read the description and follow the instructions. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate your question and your comment. I appreciate you. If drawn, my heart has been really heavy. Anything from my guides they would like to share? Thank you, Tia, and the angels. Thank you, Jennifer, for your beautiful and light-filled question. And I'm sorry that your heart has been really heavy. And we're going to call your divine emissaries of light. And again, we're only answering positive, light-filled questions that come from the heart, that come from our truest and highest vibration, which is love. And Jennifer, you have the ability, if you would like, to block any member that is out of alignment. And I thank you and I appreciate your time. Jennifer, I'm calling forward your higher self, your divine emissaries of the highest frequency of love and light to gather around and support Jennifer right now as she has a heavy heart and asks for enlightenment, asks for a lightening of her energy, a lightening of the density, for clarity. She asks for more love. She asks for understanding, and she asks for your healing, divine ones. So we're open now for the love and blessing of Jennifer. And we welcome her divine emissaries of the highest frequency of light. And Archangel Raphael comes forward, and a beautiful green healing light will come forward for Jennifer now and place a protective bubble around her as she seeks a sacred space to ask these sacred questions. And Archangel Raphael would like to share that there is a heaviness and a density in your heart. Especially interesting that it's coming up today because we had late last night the black moon where we didn't really see the moon, and it's an important time for us to do our shadow work and to go inwards and to reflect. And there is pain and suffering that has yet to be healed in the heart space for Jennifer. And what the angels are saying is to spend some time reflecting upon areas in the past that have brought you down, that have brought you into a space of darkness, that are still calling for the healing, still calling for transmuting of dense energies. Now, what happens when we gather and we call the energies forward is that they guide you in a way that is most appropriate for you today, for your greatest and highest good today. So there is something that might be lingering in your reality that reminds you of something from the past, and it keeps coming up. And this reminder, this dense energy, this difficult situation or experience that you had keeps coming up. And sometimes when a pattern repeats, a memory repeats, an idea repeats, something from the past is repeating and reminding us that there is a wound that asks for the healing. So in this case, this wound that comes from behind you, it's resolved on one level, right? It's resolved intellectually, it's resolved instinctually, but there's still an emotional connection to this suffering, to this pain. So when we acknowledge that there's still a deeper healing that can be done, that's when we need to spend a little more time reflecting and saying, and writing it out. And this is a good thing that you might want to try doing, Jennifer, is to kind of write it out, get a journal and talk about this situation and talk about why it still hurts and talk about what part of that trauma connects you today. What part of that trauma are you holding on to and walking with in every day of your life today? Because when we have a trauma and we don't look at it, then we can't really reflect that healing back into our walking life. So if you do a little journaling, a little exercise, and talk about the pain that is connected to this particular issue, and draw it out and ask it, what does it want from you today? Because you understand it conceptually and you understand that it's meant to be healed, but there's still something there that is drawing you back in, even if it's not super conscious. It might not be conscious. It's probably more in your unconscious that's buried, and that's okay. But if you do some writing and some reflecting, it's going to be a good process for you to write it out. What is it that is keeping me stuck in this pattern? What is it that is reminding me today that this still matters? What is this connection? What is the fiber? So much trauma. Not sure if it has to do with my brother or parents, though. Okay. All right. Let me have a little water. Let's see. Hello, SS Amazing. And I'm sorry that you have so much trauma. I'm hoping for your healing on all levels, and we're calling that forward today. We're calling that forward right now. So because of the distractions in this group and the negativity that came forward, I'm going to try really hard to rise above that and to connect strongly with Archangel Raphael. Please, if you're new here, read the description below. Thank you. So, and if you have a question that's on your heart, feel free to ask it, and I will get to it if Spirit calls me to your question. So Jennifer and Archangel Raphael, who wants you to heal, and I'm leaning towards this masculine energy. I'm leaning towards the brother energy in terms of there being something that is asking for the healing, okay? So there's I can feel the friction. I can feel the density there. I can feel it's like a scar, okay? It's like a thick scar, and it's hard. There's energy in it. There's a thick density to this trauma. Now, he's been a huge part of my life in a negative way. He's mean. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, so there's a lot that is affecting you. There's a lot there that is playing on your mind regularly, okay? And that's something that is asking for healing, because there's a part of you that believes him. There's a part of you that has believed what he has said to you. There's a part of you that believed the cruelty, and that's not really who you are. So we're going to just bring in some light and bring in some healing and ask for the angels to come forward and to help Jennifer smooth over some of this trauma, because the sooner you release it, the sooner you let go of this, and the sooner you tell yourself that You're worthy of so much more than this, and you're worthy of your healing, your comfort, your peace, and your bliss, and your power. The sooner you can move past it. And this is really up to you. And sometimes it's a conscious decision, right? Sometimes we have to say enough is enough. Sometimes we have to say, I've had enough of this and I'm ready to move on. And then you can do the work and really dive in. But there's a part of your consciousness that believes that you are not worthy. And this is where the issue is. And this is where the trauma is. Now, this area is becoming cold because it's so stuck. It's stuck energy, and it's been stuck there for a long time. So when we move energy that's super dense and that's been trapped and locked in place for a long time, and we end up believing that paradigm, right? We believe it, and we can't honor ourselves to rise above it. It makes it very difficult to heal. So it's going to take time, and that's okay. But if you do some more work and do some more of that writing it out, and there is something that I'm going to tell you in private what you can do also afterwards, after this live, because I can connect with you privately. I'm going to do that for you. So I'm just going to move in with some beautiful, brilliant white healing light into that area where that density, it's like a stricture, it's this tight wound and tight scar that needs this light, that needs to shift a little bit. And we're asking Archangel Raphael and the healing angels to come and to bless Jennifer and to bring some light into this dense scar, this dense, painful area, so she can start to heal it on her own. So it's like mountain ridges. This is what this feels like, this energy. It feels like a mountainous range of dense energy that's really, there's got these peaks and valleys. So this is sort of how you experience it also as well in life. Peaks and valleys of this intense depth that's painful, and then you rise out of it, but then you fall back into it and fall back into that limited belief of unworthiness, which is not true, and it's not who you are. Okay, it's not who you are. So we're going to just try to work on these peaks and valleys, the stricture, the scar, and we're going to shift, and we're going to move some of that energy, and we're going to just try to balance that out. And we're calling for Archangel Raguel to bring some balance into those peaks and troughs, this very, very dense energy, to bring it back into more of a harmonious, balanced state so you can get on top of it. Okay. So once you get on top of it, it's easier to look at it. It's easier to ask for the healing and to do some more work and to deep dive into it. Because once this is smoothed out, it's going to be easier to ride the wave and to rise above it. And once you rise above it, you start to feel your value and feel your worth. And if you can see, Raphael is right behind me, and this green healing energy is coming through my hand and into this dense stricture of pain, of suffering, of sorrow, of humiliation that's been there for so long, okay? So we're just going to work this energy through this density. And if you feel any kind of an emotion right now, just allow it to move through you. Say thank you and release it. And do a little breathing with me too, in through the nose, nice and deep, and a long exhale through the mouth. And as you exhale, try to imagine yourself in the ocean where this density can spread out, not be so stuck, right? So exhale and feel yourself immersed in this beautiful ocean where the earth is receiving this trauma from you and allowing all of that density and those particles to separate and to expand and to rinse off of you and away from your body, your essence, your spirit, away from the experience of you walking on this earth right now. Continue to breathe nice and deep and release it and exhale as you float in the water and ask Mother Earth to receive this trauma, to receive the density and the pain so it's easier for you to work and continue the healing on your own. Because once this dissolves a little bit, it's going to be easier for you to get on top of. And as you know, you can always come back and replay this section of the video to receive the healing energy. And there's a beautiful release that's taking place because this is what your higher self is asking for and calling for, right? And when you are ready, that is when the healing can occur. That is when the magic begins, takes place. And that can happen for you right now as you surrender into it and melt into the water and surrender and release the density as the angels are supporting this mission to make it a little bit smoother, a little bit easier, a little bit more comfortable. Because then comes the work of refilling yourself with self-worth, right? Then comes the work of leaning back into the heart space and saying, I am worthy of so much more than this. I am worthy. I am worthy of comfort, of peace, of self-love, of true healing, because we are all worthy of that. We are all here for the healing. We are all here to love not only ourselves, but one another. That is the magic and the beauty of being on this plane of existence. It is for true healing, for true peace. So as you surrender and let go and allow the ocean to carry you and float and just be one with the peace and the bliss of oneness, of connection. Just remember that you are always safe. No matter what your mind is telling you, you are always safe. And the angels are holding you in this understanding and bringing your consciousness into balance with the truth of who you are, making the connection. So tonight when you fall asleep, you can say to yourself, I feel more worthy. I feel more love within myself. I feel more connected to the universe. I feel more connected to forgiveness. I feel more connected to myself. Okay? So that's a short, what ended up being a little healing session for you, Jennifer, and I hope that helps. Now, sometimes everyone, again, please read the description below and follow the instructions if you would like a message or possibly a healing. Sometimes it comes forward. But Jennifer, the message for you is to not give up. Don't give up because you're worth more than that. You deserve to heal. You deserve to heal. You deserve to feel better. You deserve to feel beautiful, powerful, and beloved because that's who you are. Right. So I thank you so much for opening yourself for this session and for this mini healing and for allowing me to connect with you and to call the angels forward for you. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you, Mother Gaia. I am going to lovingly disconnect from you now with so much love and appreciation and gratitude and sending your energy back to you as I recall my energy back to me. And anyone, if you have a question, feel free. Now, I know this is my first live on YouTube, and it was a little bit tricky to get this going, but we've made it work. So again, thank you for being here. Thank you, angels, and thank you, Jennifer, for helping me as well. As you know, I used to go live in Facebook, and that was a little bit simpler to manage, but here we are. Anyhow, it's okay. So if there is anyone who would like a question answered, perhaps from their angelic team, from their spirit guide, guardian angel, beloveds in spirit, feel free. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate you subscribing. Thank you. And thank you for your patience. This was meant to kind of come through differently. My setup for going live didn't work, so I ended up kind of throwing it together like this. So I appreciate that, those kind words, especially when my live took a minute to get working. So thank you. I appreciate you. If you have a question, feel free to ask. I welcome your energy and I welcome your positivity. And that's really what it's about. Jennifer, again, thank you so much. I'm glad the quality is good. Yeah, because I'm not using a streaming software. I'm just using my cell phone. And that's why the quality is good. And unfortunately, that's the other software that I was trying to use would have been a very different setup. But I'll have to figure that out eventually, hopefully. So, the point of being here and meeting publicly like this is to, thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, those are my angels. These are my 6 archangels. So the purpose is to connect and to commune in love, right? To commune in acceptance, in non-judgment, and in compassion and love for one another, which is why tomorrow I will be, hopefully, I might have to do it this way. Tomorrow, I will be doing another live at 4:30 Eastern with a session called the Heart Council. And this meeting will be an opportunity for us to come together, not to do readings and sessions like this, but to come together and support one another, and for a meeting of the minds, a place for where people can convene in a safe space to open their hearts. And if someone has anything that is difficult or they're going through something that might be challenging, maybe they need a little extra support, it can be done so in the comments. And I want to create a separate community where we can all come together, hold space for one another in love, and in the comments, support one another in the comments. So it's going to be a different kind of a thing. It's called the Heart Council, and it's an idea of coming together in the heart space, raising our vibration so high that it affects the entire planet. And this is about healing. This is about planetary healing, especially now with so much going on in the world. This was the idea and the impetus for me to create something different as an offshoot from this channel. So tomorrow, the Heart Council hopefully will be live to share, heal, and connect. 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and I hope it works. We shall see. Again, it's taking me a minute to get all this tech stuff figured out, and I apologize for that, but that should be a really interesting communion, an interesting way to come together and just hold space for one another. So it's going to be a different kind of a vibe, but it's really going to be a nice opportunity for us to come together, open our hearts, hold space for one another, raise our vibration, maybe start with a little meditation. And hi, Crystal. Is that Crystal? Is that CAC? 1983. I don't know. Well, I'm good. How are you? And welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence. So I'm not sure which crystal that is. It could be a one that I know. No, I'm new. Oh, good. Okay, a new crystal. Oh my gosh, so many crystals in my life. I love it. That's beautiful. Well, welcome and thank you so much for being here. So I was just talking about tomorrow there being a new session called the Heart Council live, where we're going to be meeting at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. If it all works out well, unfortunately, I'm having a tricky time going live, so it's probably not going to be through the scheduled live that I have. Hello, Mind Your Designs. Welcome to you too. Thank you for being here. I might just go live like I did tonight, and so it is going to be exciting, Jennifer. It's going to be a different vibe. And again, just holding space for one another, opening our hearts, raising our vibration, sharing love. And hopefully that will lead to more and more people being magnetized to this kind of a movement, right? Okay, so that's what we're doing tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern. So does anyone else have any questions, or does anyone have anything on their heart that they would like to share, or something that maybe they have a question question or would like a little healing or a message from one of their angels. The floor is open, so feel free to connect and to ask away. I will be here for another 20 minutes, and I'm going to try to continue to do these lives. Like I was mentioning earlier, I used to do this on Facebook. It was a little bit easier for me, so we're trying it differently. So, okay. Okay, Crystal, let's see. Thank you for asking your question. Beautiful. Okay. I could have a little water, and I'm going to call your team in spirit forward, Crystal, 1983. And I'm going to connect to you in your heart space and calling forward Crystal's team in spirit, divine emissaries of the highest frequency of love and light to gather around and support Crystal today for her question and for this question that's on her heart. We ask her guides to come forward, her higher self, her team in spirit, her angels and guardian angels to come forward and to assist Crystal in answering this question for her tonight. And what can we tell her about her ex-N, his feelings towards her? Now, is N a male? Should I say he? Is that all right? Or is there a different, I just don't want to make a mistake and say he if it's not a he. And you don't even have to tell me. It's okay either way. Okay, we're going to call forward Archangel Chamuel, Archangel Charity. Please come forward and help Crystal and share with her what is on N's heart. Male Nixon. Okay. Carrie Ann, thank you. Okay. Nixon, thank you. Sometimes when I start channeling, I physically move around and we'll just see what the energy brings forward. And we're calling forward the love angels, Archangel Chamuel and Archangel Charity for Carrie Ann Nixon. So, there are things that need to be said. And this is why I'm having a hard time right now with my throat. So this is a blockage of the throat chakra, Carrie Ann, and this is something where it feels as though Nixon is having a hard time communicating something. There's something that hasn't been said. This could be on your side as well, something that has not been said, okay? So there is something, it feels like there's an opportunity here to connect and to speak to one another and to get this off of your chest. Okay, now it could be the both of you even that have to come together in some way, okay, and speak up. So let's see, archangels. Will Nixon come forward for Carrie Ann and speak? Okay, I'm just going to take a minute and connect. There's a beautiful energy here. There's real love here, a beautiful connection, a beautiful meeting. But then there was something right in the middle that stopped short of having the full completion, right? There's just one thing that was preventing this full connection, and it feels like it was time. It feels like somehow the timing wasn't right. It feels like there was something stopping short of this person opening the heart center, opening the heart space and connecting and saying, yeah, okay, I'm ready to go forward. There was a blockage there, right? On that side, there was a blockage where, now, again, there might have been some trauma in Nixon's past. There might have been something that was kind of holding Nixon to the past where there was a fear moving forward. It's been difficult. You've been broken up for 3 months. No, blocked, and he's angry. Okay. Well, okay, let's see. So this is about him. It's not about you. And again, I'm saying him, and I apologize if that is incorrect. This is more about this person's energy. And there is some deep-seated pain. There is some deep-seated trauma. And it's like ramming heads. There is a conflict here that is difficult to surpass and has been difficult to surpass. And it feels as though it's going to take time for this to settle, for this to reach an equilibrium where there is safety and comfort in reconnecting. Okay, because this blockage, this throat blockage, is having a hard time connecting to the heart because of a past situation that is not about you. It might have been said it's about you, but it's not about you, right? It's about Nixon. It's about a past occurrence in their life that is making them put on the brakes and saying, you know what, you remind me of something and you make me feel a certain way that has nothing to do with you, but it's bringing up this pain, it's bringing up this trauma. So when this happens and the door is closed and locked, right, because right now the door is locked and that's clear. This door has been bolted shut. I don't feel this is forever, though. It feels as though, now this can change. Energy changes, things shift all the time. I feel like this can shift in the future, but it feels like there's a timing element here, okay, Carrie Ann? So there's going to be, let me just see if I can get some kind of a date or a time frame for Carrie Ann. Yeah, so it's gonna take, I would say, upwards of a year, maybe 6 months to a year. I can see things softening. Right now, there's too much energy. So what's gonna be important for you to do is to back off and to surrender and to allow space, to allow that space without your heart feeling the pain of separation. Because the more you feel this loss and this aching, right, or anguish, it's going to be harder for the connection to reform down the road, for things to be spoken. And I feel like that's all I'm getting right now. And it's like there's things that are still in the process of evolving and it's not there yet, which is why this needs time and space. Number one, to heal. Number two, to zoom out and get perspective. And number three, for Nixon to take some time to really understand where their own suffering is coming from, right? Because there is something that needs to be spoken and it's going to take time. But I do feel like there's going to be some kind of a reconnection. So I hope that helps. And again, things shift. He's with someone. Is he with someone else? Let's see. Crystal. And recognize that even if he is with someone else, it can be a short-term thing. It can be a casual thing. So let's see. Is he with someone else? I feel like there are peripheral energies around him, but I don't feel anything that's deep. I don't feel anything that's serious. So there might be friendships being made or maybe kind of a loose connections, but nothing that is very serious or really connected in the heart space, because it feels like it's not the time for that. It feels like anything that might happen would be very superficial, short term, short lived, just like a quick kind of a spark type of a thing. But I don't feel there's any heavy connection being formed right now. Okay, so I would try very hard to allow your heart to rest and to take a minute, take a step back, breathe, allow yourself the space to heal and the space for a potential conversation down the road. I'm so sorry. I understand. I really do. Give it some time. It needs time and space. Time and space. And again, it's not about you. It's not a reflection of you. Try not to feel like it is. Although heartache is heartache. So we all understand that. Take your time with it and be patient. Be patient. And it's okay. It's okay if it takes a little time, right? There's always time. And just heal yourself as best as you can. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much for opening your heart here and for receiving this message. So I'm just going to disconnect from you right now. Carrie Ann, thank you so much. I'm sending your energy back to you with so much love and gratitude. I'm calling my energy back to me. Amen. And so it is. Okay, let me see. There was, okay, now let me just scroll up here. SS Amazing. Can you tell me if my son and I are safe from my ex? His cameras face my house. Okay. Now, these, when it comes to safety, I just want to preface by saying that spirit can come in and answer questions, but in terms of protection, that's not something that I can guarantee with whatever messages come through, right? You need to protect yourself in whatever way is necessary for you to do so. So please be sure that you are doing everything in your power to keep yourself and your son safe. And I'm sorry that you're in a difficult situation, but remember that you can always call for help, okay? There are hotlines that you can connect with and the police if you needed to and things like that. So let me just make sure you're still here, SS Amazing. Thank you, Jennifer, for sharing your love. SS Amazing, just let me know. Hi, Cass Loves, if you're still here, and then I'm going to tap in real quick for you. Let's see. Thanks, Jennifer. Okay. All right, thank you. So let me just connect real quick, and I'm going to call in Amazings, heart, love, divine emissaries of the highest frequency of love and light to gather around and support this person and their son, okay? And we're calling forward Archangel Michael and our Archaic of Faith to speak to the safety of Amazing and her son, to ensure that these cameras that are facing their space are not infringing on their physical safety and well-being. So we're asking Archangel Michael for any kind of guidance possible. And thank you, thank you, and thank you. And I feel like you have a lot of protection, to be honest. I feel like there's a circle of protection already around you and your son. And I'm not saying not to be vigilant and not to be careful, but I'm saying that there is a lot of protection. And if at any point you feel unsafe, it would be very good for you to call in Archangel Michael. And you can do this very easily. Just call his name and ask Michael and his angels to surround you and your son for extra protection. So I feel around you is a circle of protection that's wanting to keep you safe, but they're also saying to always be cautious and aware, not afraid, cautious and aware of your surroundings, because this infringement is not in the highest good of anyone, not of them and not of you. This is not in the highest good. Let me just see what else I can get. Let me just go in a little bit deeper. I feel like there's now I don't know if this sounds familiar at all, but have you ever Lucia, you can check in you can ask any kind of question you'd like. Just read the description and you'll see the instructions. I feel like there is some kind of a car that watches or patrols the area. And I don't know if this is, this could be more in the spiritual sense, to be honest, a protective, a patrol that's going around and kind of monitoring the situation for you. And I don't know if this is someone in your life who is there to kind of help you, and maybe you don't even know, but they kind of drive around and make sure that things are safe for you. But this could also be spiritual forces that are intervening to kind of patrol the area for you, just to ensure your safety. So they're putting up a stop sign, and this red stop sign is sort of saying to be aware, okay, to be aware, and to put out your own intention that you are always going to be safe. Okay, you are impenetrable and nothing can harm you, because once you state the intention that you are safe, you are protected, you are guided, then nothing can come to hurt you. But you need to be very strong in that energy. And if you open the door to him in any way, and I mean emotionally, if you open the door physically, if you open the door mentally, then that leaves an opportunity for them to come closer to you than you would like. So the stop sign has to come from you. You have to put up your protective boundaries and be very, very strict about it. So if you have conversations, then you have to say, look, this is not acceptable and this is not allowed. And if at any point they cross that boundary, that line, you need to make a phone call and you need to protect yourself, okay? And that's the only right thing to do. So the stop sign is your ability to control this situation. You have security, you have protection, you have loved ones in spirit, and I feel like there's family members who have crossed over who are also very protective of you and kind of circling around you and making sure that you're safe and that everything is okay. But you have to remember, your boundaries cannot be broken, but only you can create them. So whatever that looks like, if you said, I don't want you calling at such and such a time, I don't want you calling my son, I don't want you doing X, Y, or Z, then you need to be very strong in your boundaries. That red stop sign is for you to hold up. And if the boundary is crossed, make sure you do the right thing and pick up the phone. Call for help, call for backup, call the police, call whoever you think you need to call if that boundary gets crossed. And that's it. But aside from that, you are very protected. You are very, you have this energy also that is really watched out for. You have your beautiful spiritual team, your spirit team, your guardian angel, who are very protective of you, because you have this very innocent nature. You have a really beautiful, open, innocent nature. And that could be why this situation has found you in your life, okay? Because you're so open and innocent and loving and beautiful, which is why they take care of you, you are more open and susceptible to people crossing over those boundaries. So again, the reminder is a gentle reminder. Keep your stop sign up, create your boundaries, create your borders, make sure they are not infringed upon, and everything will be fine. Again, I am not here to take care of your physical protection in life. Of course, this is just a message to kind of help you for right now and where you are. And always know that help is a phone call away. So if you ever feel unsure, just take care of things and be firm and be strong. It's your life. It's your family, right? So you take the reins, you hold that stop sign up and you say, no, nope, that's not acceptable. And make sure you stay firm in that for yourself and for your son, okay? So I hope that was helpful a little bit. Thank you so much for opening your heart in this space and for asking this question. And I pray for abundance and for beautiful, absolutely, you're more than welcome, and for a beautiful, joyous, healthy, happy life always. And thank you so much. So I'm just going to disconnect from you now, and thank you again for coming forward. And I'm going to send your beautiful energy back to you, and I'm calling my energy back to me with so much love and gratitude. Thank you. Thank you, Amen, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So how are we doing? It's 8 o'clock. I'm going to go a little bit longer. Okay, good. I'm glad. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Now, again, Spirit will guide me, and I am just going to have a quick look at the messages. Now, I don't go in order. Spirit is going to guide me and point me in the right direction. So let's see. Jennifer, yeah. Readings are open. We're going to go a little bit further. Jennifer, if you can't stay longer, don't worry. You can go whenever you feel like it. Looks like things are more under control now. When I first started, this is my first live on YouTube. I used to go live on Facebook. And so we had some strange energies come in when when I first started here. So thank you, Jennifer. Everything is beautiful now and comfortable, and I'm so happy. So let me just go back and review. I'm just checking these questions. And okay, so what a lovely day 90 is being highlighted for me from Spirit. And what a lovely day 90 would love a message from your guides, please. Okay, could you just let me know in the chat if you're still here? And then I will be happy to let you know what your guides would like to. Oh, there you are. Okay, good. Okay, so what a lovely day 90. Okay, I'm calling forward your divine emissaries, the highest frequency of love and light. What a lovely day 90. Okay, and your guardian angel, team and spirit, and your higher self, please come forward and welcome, 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 welcome. What messages do we have for what a lovely day 90? For the greatest and highest good across all time, space, realities, and dimensions. Amen, 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 amen. And so it is. So you're very connected spiritually. It feels like your heart is also very open and your crown chakra is very open. So you're connected to spirit and you already have, it seems like a rich life. Maybe it's a religion or you pray a lot or you meditate a lot, but it feels like you have a beautiful, strong connection to spirit already. So let's see, what messages do we have for you? There's gratitude. So the message that your guides are actually coming forward with is really beautiful, and they're saying thank you. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for your light. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for connecting with us. Thank you for your love. Thank you for honoring spirit. Thank you for honoring divine, the universe, spirit, right? Okay, so there's gratitude. So yes, I have spiritual abilities. Okay, that's why they're saying thank you. Beautiful. So thank you so much. So I'm thanking you as well. So they're saying thank you for that light that you shine and for your connection to them, because you are here as a light worker. You are here to hold the frequency of love, of unconditional love, of oneness, and of harmony as one of those energies that are on this planet to do that work. You've seen many past lives as well. Cool. Yeah. You were here to do this work and to hold the line. Okay. So they're saying thank you for holding the line. Thank you for being one of the people that does this sacred work. Right. So did you want to ask about some of your past lives? Really, the message is one of great gratitude because of your strong connection to your faith. And I feel like your light is so bright. And even though you have moments where you doubt things, right? You're trying to connect with your spirit. Okay, that's exactly what was coming out of my mouth. Even though you have moments where you doubt things, they want you to remember that you have nothing to fear. Okay, that you are so strongly and beautifully connected. So you're trying to reconnect your spiritual abilities, and I understand that. But you never lost them. So when you have moments of doubt, when you have moments of maybe concern or confusion, that there's a little bit of a disconnect, just know that it is your own mind telling you that you are not able, that you are not capable. And that's not the truth, okay? You're going through a hard time with your inner child. Okay. So now we all go through this, right? Especially those of us who do this kind of work. We all go through that torment of healing the inner child and it being a lifelong adventure. And that's what it is. It's a lifelong healing. It doesn't just end, right? We're always healing. We're always trying to better ourselves. And sometimes because we're empaths and we're super sensitive, right? We feel things very strongly, but they want you to again, remember that they're thanking you. Remember that number one, that they're thanking you for your light and your connection. Okay, so it means that connection doesn't break, even though you're going through turmoil or what you might be feeling as unhealed trauma. Even though that is occurring, your connection does not break. It's not possible. It is not possible, especially coming from someone like you who has this really enormous, beautiful aura. and you're trying to be open to pray more, great. And meditate, do some meditation. There's beautiful meditations on YouTube. So many meditations that you can do to just open your heart, open your spirit, open your crown chakra and connect and keep that energy flowing. Right? Your crown chakra, you're already open. It's already happening, but keep the connection flowing. And remember that whoever walks forth in faith receives the miracle. Right? So, if you believe in yourself and your connection to spirit, it will be multiplied. That connection will be multiplied. So that's why they're thanking you, to remind you, to honor you for that connection that you have. So keep it going, keep it strong. And again, they're grateful for you. Can I ask what guides are around me right now? Sure. Okay. So there is male energy that's coming forward. This actually feels more like a family member, one of your guides. Of course, we all have many, many guides. So there's a male energy coming forward who's crossed over. And it feels like it might be on like the father line or father, that like age group possibly. That is coming forward. Could be grandfather even, but there's a really strong paternal influence of that's sort of like leading your spirit team. Okay, now we all have angels as well. Probably your a great grandfather. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so there's like feels like he's sort of leading the brigade. He was 65, 95 when he passed. Oh, okay, yeah. So it feels like he's leading the brigade, and I feel like that word brigade has something to do with his life. Now, I don't know if he was a military at any point, but I feel like brigade has come. That's a strange word that I don't normally use, but I feel like he's leading the brigade, and he's sort of helping everyone stay in alignment to help you on your highest path and to bring you into healing. But there are other people, energies, and also masters and angels that are on your team, right? So I would say, okay, there's angels that are stepping forward. Archangel Haniel is a divine feminine archangel, Haniel, who helps to balance the feminine and masculine energies and also works with the cycles of the moon. And this is sort of a blue, light powder blue energy, a baby blue energy. And you've seen some angels. Yeah. So you have angels around you, and there's also some golden energy of Uriel coming forward, and also Jophiel. So Uriel is going to help you in terms of your spirituality and your crown chakra and helping you connect. And also there's a red, beautiful, fiery red energy. Gods and goddesses. Yeah, I mean, I mostly work with the Archangelic realm and ascended masters. I don't work as much with gods or goddesses. Sometimes I do, it kind of depends, but my specialty is angels, which is why they're popping forward at the moment. So yeah. But I hope that helps a little bit. And Archangel Jophiel is also a golden pink, light yellow, also coming forward to remind you to use joy and to find joy, to tap into the joy of life, the joy of beauty. Is surround yourself with beautiful things, because that's going to help you in your life. That's going to help you in your healing. That's going to help you healing that inner child as well, right? Beauty brings about magic. So the beauty of our lives and flowers and nature and all of these wonderful things that we can surround us, art, music, really helps in the healing process. Alicia, no, this is live. I had a problem going live. So this is actually live right now. Thank you, honey. I'm so glad you're here. So again, beauty, that when we're surrounded, I am live, honey. When we're surrounded by beautiful things, we're reminded of our divine nature. We're connected to that spark within, right? So that kind of helps with the awakening and the process of, for you, I think, of connecting with our highest self, our nature, and connecting with your highest timeline, your highest path. Thanks, Cass Loves. So So just stay open, connect to the beauty, connect to the magic of life, continue your healing work, but remember that your guides, your angels, your team in spirit, and your great grandfather come forward to say thank you for holding down the line. Okay, so I hope that helps. Thank you so much. And I'm going to disconnect from you right now with so much love. I'm just using my selenite. This helps me to disconnect and to clear energy. And I'm sending your love back to you, your energy back to you with so much love and gratitude as I call back my own energy back to me. Thank you. And so it is. Yay. This is great. You know, I have had a problem going live, and for some reason my streaming setup did not work at all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so glad. I'll do this more often. I just had hoped that I would have been able to come online and stream differently, and because I'm not very good at this, it didn't work out. But at least we're together, so I'm really happy. So thank you for subscribing. Yay. That's fantastic. I appreciate it. So tomorrow we're going to wrap up. I might do one more because I've been here for a little over an hour, well, trying to get online. And tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern is a new series, which is a session called the Heart Council Live, where we're going to be coming together, and I'm trying to create a collective, a community of a space where we can come together and support one another, hold space for one another, in the comments towards one another, and just spread our love, our light. It's not necessarily going to be a reading type of a situation, but we'll just open to one another, open our hearts, support one another. And if someone is going through something, we can just hold space. And I'll probably start with a little heart opening meditation, and we'll connect in the heart space and create a community where we will come together in love, raise one another's vibrations, and also work on healing the planet. So thank you, Alicia. So I hope whoever is interested can pop in tomorrow. I've been waiting for someone like you to work with. I work with the archangels and creator, highest good. Beautiful, Cass loves. Awesome. Well, welcome. Yeah, good. I'm so glad. So wonderful. Let me see if there's any more questions, and should I do one more? Maybe I'll do one more. Do me a favor, for anyone who has a question, if I didn't see it in the chat, could you maybe copy and paste it or retype it, and I'll answer maybe one more question. And then we'll call it a night and reconvene tomorrow. You're so welcome. Thanks for being here. What a lovely day, 9D. You take care of yourself and have a beautiful evening. And pop in your question, and you can also follow me on Facebook. Maybe I'll try to do an occasional live there as well, since YouTube is being so difficult. It's being so finicky. Or it really is just me. I'm just not very good at the tech stuff. So if anybody has another question, feel free to ask it, and then we will slowly resume and then meet up again tomorrow afternoon, 4:30 Eastern. Sunday, August 24th. And if that's all we have for tonight, then I thank you so much for being here. And I apologize for all the glitches and my inability to connect to the live stream that was scheduled. Let's see. Wait, there's questions. Hold on. What is your astrology sun? Gemini sun, Chiron in Aries, the healing energy. I am a Virgo, Taurus moon ascending Virgo. So I'm very Virgo, I'm very earth. I'm all earth, actually. Alicia, is there space for me to bypass the obstacle people in my current journey? Is there a space for me to bypass the obstacle and people in my current journey? Of course. Okay, Alicia. There's space to bypass. What's the name? I feel. Oh, good. Okay, thanks, Cass. Sweet. Is there a space for me to bypass the obstacle and people in my current journey? Is there a space? Is there a passageway? Is there a way to rise above this? And you know, there's something that we can get into further with this, beyond this live. So for Alicia, I'm calling forward Alicia, her divine emissaries, the highest frequency of love and light, her higher self, her guides, her angels, team in spirit, all those in spirit. Come forward and shine a light on a pathway forward for Alicia to rise above and through these obstacles to help her. So this is something that's, it's feeling deep. It's feeling deep. It's so much energy even, and I feel like there could be someone coming through. The energy is stifling. The energy is heavy. It's an uncomfortable energy. So I think you know what I'm talking about. And this is a loved one who has crossed over, who is coming forward right now. This is a very, what was a difficult, mixed up energy because it's super dense, okay? So let's just see where this goes, because I want to just kind of feel where this energy is in terms of dimensionality, and where she's occupying space. Okay, so let me just feel, because it's not a clear energy at all. It's not a very comfortable energy. Okay. Oh, okay. So just bear with me while I lean into this, and I'm calling forward Archangel Azrael and Archangel Azrael's angels to shine a light on this situation and to help Alicia move forward and show her the light. We're going to have to do some of this work offline, Alicia, because it feels as though this connection is still very close to Earth. Okay, so now I can move this energy as long as this energy is comfortable with releasing, okay, and moving to the next dimension. But this dense energy is associated with what's going on in life and this blockage. Okay, so this blockage has to do with the connect, and I'm feeling it. Oh, okay, this is going to be a little intense, so I'm going to do what I can do here. The energy is dropping really low and masculine. It's very dense, heavy, masculine energy. And this is that energy that you're experiencing in life and their connection to her. Okay. So this is a deep, heavy energy that's weighing him down and messing with his mind a little bit and making his path forward convoluted also and dark. Okay, so you're experiencing the repercussions of this connection, this messy, sticky connection. It's a really uncomfortable place. Now she needs to move out of this fourth dimension and to the light. So we're going to talk to Archangel Azrael and ask for some assistance, because once this transition takes place, you're going to feel a lot better. And also the people in your life might feel a lot better. There might be a lessening of this intense energy, because wow, is it heavy. It's like, it's practically making me dizzy. It's so heavy. Okay. So, let me just, while we're here, let me just ask Archangel Azrael to come and assist right now in this. Okay, so can I just have her first name, if you don't mind? Or we can do this privately. It's entirely up to you. Okay, it's up to you. I just need a name. Okay. All right, so Vicky. Archangel Raphael. Archangel Azrael. This is Vicky. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna need time with this because there's a lot here. Oh, and okay, so her mental state, Victoria, her mental state, unfortunately, has left her in limbo and has left her feeling confused about how to move forward. And this is part of the problem. So this dense masculine energy, there's something that's kind of pulling her down, but she's also so connected to him. And there's other, okay, so Archangel Azrael, we're just going to ask Victoria to let go. Okay, so Victoria, I'm going to ask you now to look at the light. We're going to ask you to look at the light. And Alicia, if you wouldn't mind seeing her looking at the light, witnessing the light and moving towards the light, because Victoria, you are held in light, you are held in love. You don't have to stay in the density of the 3D. You don't have to stay in suffering or in pain. You can release. It is time for you to release and to let go. Archangel Azrael, come forward, please. You are safe to move to the light with Archangel Azrael and the angels who are here to carry you to the 5th dimension with so much love and compassion and movement. You're allowed to go, Victoria. You're allowed to go. You're allowed to go. Archangel Azrael and these beautiful, divine, feminine angels are coming to assist Victoria in letting go. Okay, so this is going to help. This is going to help. You can release, you can let go. You can release, you can let go. You can release, you can let go. You don't have to look back. There is nothing here for you. The light, the peace, the love, and the harmony. Follow the light with the angels. Okay, Victoria. I feel like, do you feel any shift happening? Because I feel like there's some movement. No, it's all right, my love. I feel like there's some movement, and you're going to feel it too, because she's letting go. She's trying to let go. There's something that she has a fear and mental, you understand, mentally she still feels connected to Earth. So, okay, so we're just going to ask Victoria to surrender, to let go, and to move into the light with beautiful angels. So you can go home and see your family and your parents and grandparents and all of the people that you love, that you remember, that you wish to be connected to again, where true home is, true home, true love. Follow the light with the angels, Victoria. Follow the light with the angels. Just guide her. Okay, so there's movement. There's movement. You felt all of it? Okay, yeah. There's movement, and I think that's a good sign. So I don't think she's there, but Archangel Azrael is going to continue to help with these feminine angels that are pulling her out of this dense masculine energy where she doesn't want to let go, right? Like you said, she's a tough nut. She doesn't want to let go. And this is her masculine energy that's trying to hold on to something that doesn't exist anymore. So the angels are going to continue to work with her after this session. They're going to continue to work with her and bring her to the light because she is turning in that direction. So that's the best that we can do right now, is that she is facing the light and moving in that direction and opening her heart to home, to love, to peace. Okay, so I'm going to just ask Christ's energy to also come forward and to help Archangel Azrael in bringing her to the light and back to the 5th dimension where she comes from. Okay, so thank you. Okay, so that's done. That's actually done. It's complete. It's finished, and we can always check up on that a little bit later. But right now she's on the road and on her journey, and that was a very strong energy that just kind of came in and gave a final push. So it might not be sealed and completed right now in this very moment, but it will be, and it feels a lot better. So you're going to start feeling an impact of that in your life, and in terms of opening a path to ease for you, that will shift things in reality. Okay, so things are it's gonna take a minute. It's not gonna happen right away. I never thought to tell her to face the light. Yeah, sometimes all you have to do is ask. You felt her in density, you felt her in 4D, so you knew that she was sort of in limbo. I'm just wondering. Because there's confusion in 4D. There's confusion, and she came with the same, so she came with the same mindset, the same mentality, the same clouded understanding. So she was a little bit not sure what to do. She didn't know. So that's part of the connection of that density in 3D and in life right now for you and for what you're experiencing. So, okay. So, Victoria, I thank you for trusting the angels and for following the light. That is your highest path. We all have free will, but she just needed a little help, a little nudge. Chemical disorientation, yeah. Yeah, there's some kind of confusion. That was the swirling energy, this confusion. In her head, she had a lot of pain in her head, I feel like. She had, well, or it could have just been the confusion, the mental confusion in her head also. But there was possibly pain as well. So, okay. So I just need to light some, I have to find a lighter and light some sage and just kind of help clear that energy, nodding vigor. Oh, she had a stroke, right? Okay. Okay, honey, I'm sorry. She had pain. Okay. So that's part of how she got stuck there. Okay, so we're moving in the right direction. I can feel her starting to move closer already. I can feel her shifting and moving closer. And like she's right at the portal. She's right at the precipice of moving into the light with the angels. I don't know if she had a stroke, but you think so. Okay. Something to do with the head. There's something to do with the head. It could have been it could have been a blood clot, it could have been something like that. So something that would have been maybe, okay, so yeah, she's right at the portal. She's right there, and they're going to help her cross over fully. So she had pain at the front of her head and at the side of her head. Yeah. Oh, Victoria. Okay. Thank you, God. Thank you, Archangel Azrael. Thank you to the angels that work with Archangel Azrael. Thank you to Christ consciousness and Christ light for helping Victoria. Thank you to Victoria's higher self and to her family who are calling her into the light. Thank you for releasing and for trusting. We'll do some saging afterwards. Yeah. Oh, honey. Yeah, I will. Absolutely, I will. And it's fine though. You know what I mean? Like it's fine. And I know what to do after a session because, I need to clear everything really well. The strength of the angels is powerful. My lights blow out, so I have to clear super well, which I always do after a session. But I think we're going to end it there. And because we're reconvening tomorrow afternoon anyhow, and I will also talk to you. Yeah, I will also talk to you. So I'm sorry that I didn't get to everybody, but that's what happens during a live. I did go for over an hour. And because I don't like to rush, I want to have the time and the space to really connect with people and their questions and what's on their heart, and especially when there's something kind of intense like that, where there's a loved one who needs a little assistance. We need that time. So come back and I will try again. I have to figure out my tech and hopefully I'll get there soon. And by next weekend, I don't know if I'll have it sorted out. I'm not really sure. I might have to come back like this vertically and just go for it without a scheduled live because that seems not to be working for me, unfortunately. So I apologize for that. But we will still try to stay on schedule, and I'll see when I'll continue doing lives. I'm not entirely sure when, but thank you so much. Blessings to you too, Angel. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate everyone being here. I thank you for your love. I thank you for holding space for one another. I thank you for being light bearers, and I will see you maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. I'll probably post in the post section. I'll make comments of when I'll be coming up next. And meanwhile, I'll have to do it like this until I get everything sorted, and eventually we'll get it figured out. But thank you so much for everything, and I hope everyone has a beautiful evening, and I will see you either tomorrow or possibly next week. So much love for now, and I will catch you on the flip side. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you.